Okay, thank you, everybody. Now, to commence these proceedings, first, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to everybody here, lots of familiar faces in the crowd. On behalf of everyone at the Aditya Birla Group and Aditya Birla Capital, I'd like to take a moment to extend a special welcome to our distinguished chairman, Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, as well as Mrs. Nija Billa, and also a very warm welcome to Srimad Rajshri Birla for gracing us on this occasion. In addition, I think you'll see in the crowd we have lots of people, distinguished leaders from the Aditya Birla Group, from Aditya Birla Capital, as well as lots of our colleagues. In addition, I also don't want to forget all of our friends and partners who've contributed to our journey over the past several years and brought us to this incredibly historic moment for the company as well as the group. So a very warm welcome to you all. Now, at the beginning, I mentioned that we have a pretty tight timeline. So let's get down to it. So without much further ado, what I'd like to do is invite our chairman, Mr. Birla, to light the auspicious lamp, accompanied by Mr. Srinivasan. I'd also like to invite all the Aditya Birla Capital senior management team members to join us in this. Okay, thank you very much. Our host today, the Bombay Stock Exchange, is led by Mr. Neeraj Kulshres, who's the Chief of Business Operations at the Bombay Stock Exchange. What I'd like to do now is ask him to join me on stage to say a few words and extend a short welcome from our host.
Shri Kumar Mangalam Birla ji, Chairman Aditya Birla Group, members of the Birla family, Shri Ajay Srinivasan, CEO Aditya Birla Financial Services, distinguished officials of Aditya Birla Group, friends, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Bombay Stock Exchange, I would extend a warm welcome to all of you for this ceremony. I think it's a momentous occasion. I would also like to convey the regrets of my CEO, Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, who's traveling abroad, so he could not attend this event. This convention hall was actually the trading ring earlier. And as the old has given way to the new, this has become a convention hall where we host events, listing events, etc. BSC story has been the story of Indian economy. We are 142 years young, and it gives us immense pleasure that as an exchange, we have evolved into one of the best investment destinations for capital raising, etc. To give you some examples, we have also had since the last year, we believe that the capital raising in India can go in terms of $100 to $150 billion per annum. In the last year itself, in our debt markets, $65 billion were raised. And as we speak this year, year to date, more than $30 billion have been raised. And this is only in the debt markets. So this is an interesting story, but I'm here to welcome Aditya Birla Group. We share a very strong relationship with this group. In the year 1957, Grasim was listed. So we are talking 60 years down the line when this momentous occasion has come. Incidentally, 1957 was also the year when the Securities Contract Act was implemented in this country. So in a way, the Grasim Group, the Aditya Birla Group, is synonymous with securities regulations of this country. I would not like to take a lot of time, and I would just like to wish all the best to the company and to the officials of the company for this momentous occasion. And I would like to also convey that on behalf of Bombay Stock Exchange, this is a great event because this is the 5,507th company which is being listed with us. So all the best. And with those words, I would like to thank the officials of Aditya Birla Group for considering BSC as the venue for this listing. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kultrest, and also for your ongoing and continued support. We look forward to this. Now what I'd like to do is invite Mr. Kumar Mangalam Billa to address this gathering. So, Mr. Birla, if you could please join us on stage.
Good morning. I'm delighted to see so many of our business associates and well-wishers with us this morning. Your presence adds grace and heft to this ceremony of ringing the opening bell that will signal the listing of Aditya Birla Capital. I do appreciate your being with us this morning. The listing of Aditya Birla Capital on the BSE and the NSE marks a major milestone in the history of our financial service businesses and indeed of our group. It is a moment in time and a very proud day for all of us. As you know, the listing of ABCL is the culmination of the composite scheme of arrangement under which Aditya Birla Nuvo merged with Grasim Industries, and the financial services undertaking was subsequently demerged into ABCL. Aditya Birla Capital is the new avatar. This listing is yet another significant next step in a wider strategic repositioning that has been underway at the Aditya Birla Group, that of even greater value creation and of value unlocking for our shareholders. As you would know, the financial services sector is core to our group's vision and strategy. It is also a key driver to the India growth story. The integration of all of our financial service businesses under one corporate listed entity, that is Aditya Birla Capital Limited, enables us to accelerate our already very impressive rate of growth. Aditya Birla Capital now has significant scale and a proven track record, over $40 billion of AUM and more than $6 billion of a lending book. In fact, in most of its businesses, it is among the top players in that vertical. Accessing the capital markets would better support the growth and the opportunities ahead for a business of this scale. Currently, ABCL reaches out to 13.5 million customers whose faith in it is unshakable. ABCL operates in more than 400 cities through more than 1,300 points of presence. It is anchored by 12,500 dedicated employees and supported by over 150,000 agents and channel partners. We believe that the customer's needs are best served if he or she can be assured of having them met by one trusted entity. ABCL is in a unique position of being able to provide universal financial solutions to meet our customers' money needs for life. ABCL has the distinction of being one of the very few diversified NBFC platforms in India to cater to the customer's complete financial needs across his or her life cycle. Even today, India remains one of the world's most underpenetrated markets for financial products and services. Less than 5% of household wealth is in financial assets, which is either stocks, mutual funds, life insurance, or retirement accounts. Insurance penetration at 3.4% is almost half of the global average. India's retail household debt to GDP ratio at 17% is even below that of our Asian peers. Therefore, when it comes to credit, life and health insurance, investment, and wealth management, India is, we believe, one of the great growth markets globally. Being a fast-growing economy, and that too with a high savings rate, only enables faster growth for the demand for financial services products. And we believe that our new structure positions us well to help address India's unmet financial aspirations. Let me conclude by saying that we expect growth to accelerate and ABCL to scale higher peaks using the synergies of the entire organization coming together. Thank you again for being with us today.
Thank you, Mr. Birla. I just want to take a quick second to thank Mr. Birla for his support, leadership, and guidance over the years in getting us also to this point, and to also not forget to say that we look forward to that continued support and leadership in this new journey of ours. At this point, I'd like to invite our Chief Executive Officer of Aditya Birla Capital, Mr. Ajay Srinivasan, to say a few words. Ajay, if you could please join us.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being with us here today. As you know, today is a very special day for all of us, and we are delighted that so many of you who've been our supporters and partners on this journey are with us on this occasion today. I want to talk a little bit about the past, a little about the present, and dwell a bit then on the future. A decade ago, we had a dream to build an institution that could put customers at the heart of its existence and help meet all their financial needs. A dream to change the way people deal with money so that they can live life on their terms. A dream to be a company that is a leader and a role model in the financial services sector. We have, at least we believe, made very good progress on this journey. Today we operate across a wide range of businesses within financial services and are a provider of universal financial solutions to our customers. Our range of products and services allow us to offer our customers solutions through their entire lifetime. Along with our breadth of offerings, we have built significant scale in a number of the businesses in which we operate. We're a leading life insurance company, a leading mutual fund, a leading NBFC, a leading personal finance portal, and a leading general insurance broker. As Mr. Birla said, we manage today close to 2.6 lakh crores of assets and have a lending book of over 41,000 crores. Today, we are ready to take the next big step in our journey as we list Aditya Birla Capital. All our financial services businesses are coming under one brand, Aditya Birla Capital. A single brand that the people of India can trust and relate to for all their money needs. Aditya Birla Capital is committed to enabling people to live a life that they truly deserve. We want to enable people to protect what they value, invest their hard-earned money, and finance their dreams and aspirations. Under the single brand Aditya Birla Capital, our customers will be able to meet all their money needs through their life with ease and with confidence. The listing today will unlock value for shareholders and will provide us the platform to accelerate our already solid growth. Turning to the future now, I think it would be fair to say that India has one of the most underpenetrated financial services markets in the world. You can take any category and you will note that there is significant headroom to grow. As I tell all our employees across this country, working in India at this point in time in financial services and with a brand like Aditya Birla is a really rare opportunity and one that all of us need to make the most of. Being customer-centric, I believe, is the only way we can thrive and prosper sustainably in this business, and our customer will always be the focus of our existence. The idea of life, it is said, is not to live forever, but to create something that will. And all of us at Aditya Birla Capital now have the chance to do that. So thank you all for joining us here today. A very special thanks to Mr. Birla for his guidance and support through this entire decade. Thanks to all the families at Aditya Birla Capital, because I know none of us could do the jobs we do without the support of the families here. And thanks to each and every one of the employees at Aditya Birla Capital, especially my leadership team, who have shown their passion and commitment to get us to where we are today. And of course, thanks to all our partners and our customers who are key in helping us realize our dreams. We look forward to this exciting future we have with bated breath, but also with a deep sense of responsibility. We believe that everything that we do helps build better lives, and we will measure our progress by that measure alone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ajay. The next item on our agenda is a small mementos from the Bombay Stock Exchange to a couple of our distinguished guests. So what I'd like to do is invite back on stage Mr. Neeraj Kulshrestha to go ahead with this part of the agenda. First, I'd like to invite back on stage Mr. Birla to accept a small memento from Mr. Kulshrestha. As a special mark of respect, I'd like to also invite Srimad Rajshri Birla to please come and accept this small memento. And finally, I'm going to ask Ajay, please don't sit, because we have a memento for you as well. So please come on stage and do it. Okay, so we're doing well on time. So what I'd like to do at this point is, I'm sure a lot of you have been to these ceremonies before, considering we're all in the services industry in some way. What's going to happen now is at about 9:55 or so, I'm going to ask people to join us, led by Mr. Birla, to ring the gong. The actual gong ringing is going to take place at 10 o'clock. At 9:59, there's going to be a countdown that's going to start on that clock that you can see there. And then we're all going to wait in suspense until the gong is struck. So that's the sequence of events that will happen now. What's already actually happening is, as most of you know, is that the shares are trading off market. Now, the big question is, what's the price? I'm not going to tell you what the price is, but it is going to be you've already got it, is it? Okay. I think it's going to be a pleasant surprise. So let's hope it stays up there. So great. We're doing very well on time. Actually, we're 2 minutes ahead of schedule. Last night, I was told that my most important job this morning is going to be keeping people on schedule. And since I've far exceeded expectations, Ajay will have to add this to my KRAs. And hopefully, that'll be a good outcome. So great. If people want to check their cell phones, take a moment to take a deep breath. Then just take a minute. And after that, I will ask people to come up. Okay, so everyone, in preparation for this, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to request our chairman, Mr. Birla, to please come on stage and stand by the gong in readiness, accompanied by CEO Ajay Srinivasan. I'm also going to now start calling out by name and introducing people individually to come up on stage. But first, I'd like to invite Dr. Santrup Mishra of the Aditya Birla Group, CEO of the Carbon Black Business and Group HR Officer, to please join us on stage. And also looking for Mr. Sushil Agarwal, Group CFO. Mr. Pankaj Razdan, CEO of Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance. Mr. A. Balasubramaniam, CEO of Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC. By the way, Billa has just been re-elected chairman of AMFI for another 2 years, so a special applause to Billa. Congratulations. Mr. Tushar Shah, CEO of Project and Structured Finance, Aditya Birla Finance Limited. Tushar. Mr. Subro Baduri, CHRO of Aditya Birla Capital. Mr. D. Muthukumaran, CEO of Aditya Birla Private Equity. Dr. Sandeep Dadia, CEO of Aditya Birla Insurance Brokers, or DOC as we very affectionately call him. Mr. Mayank Batwal, CEO of Aditya Birla Health Insurance. And another small note here, Mayank's son topped the IB exam globally in this time round, so special congratulations and awards. Topped it globally, huh? Not just in India. Mr. A. Dhananjay, Chief Compliance Officer at Aditya Birla Capital. And Mr. Gaurav Zushi, Chief Digital Officer at Aditya Birla Capital. And also Mr. Mukesh Malik, Chief Operating Officer at Aditya Birla Capital. Okay, so this is probably the most complex part of the operation, which is to arrange ourselves around the gong. Mrs. Pinky Mehta, CFO of Aditya Birla Capital as well. My apologies, Pinky. Okay, so we do have a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.